morning, everybody.
It
How are
is
you?
Tuesday morning. It's been,
It is.
what, a week and a half since we've done this, or
It has. There's
3 days, one or the
You
other.
guys were very busy yesterday.
Yesterday we were ringing bells for the
pretty much-
Salvation Army.
Yeah, pretty much our entire staff was busy all day. So yeah.
So it was like a vacation for you, is what you're saying. Okay, it didn't work out that way.
No, it didn't.
Thought I would try.
Thank you. I wish.
Well, and it was like yesterday we actually had something to talk about, and
Everybody
we
was
weren't
talking
here.
about it.
Yes, they were, and it was the snow.
Uh-huh.
I mean, some of us it was a couple of inches. Other places it was a dusting. Some places, close to 6 inches in that lake effect band over on the west side of the state. Well, that's all done.
Okay. So is it coming back?
No time soon.
All right. Well.
Just sing the song "I'm Dreaming of a Green Christmas," because I think that's what it's going to be this year.
Okay.
Let's take a look right now at our Meridian Company Capital City Sky Cam, and showing some clouds right now over downtown Lansing. Could still be a stray flurry in a few spots, but that is really about it. Here is US 127 on the Clinton-Ingham County line. The morning commute underway. Notice the pavement is nice and dry. Still kind of watch some of those streets, maybe in your subdivision. There might be a few slick spots out there, but that is really about it. In Jackson, we've got a few breaks in the clouds. Look real close at our Skycam in Jackson. Little, if any, snow there. Do you see any there at the side of the road? Of course you don't, because there really was not much. Here are the current temps. 25 in Lansing, 26. Yeah, look real close. 26 in Jackson, Charlotte, 25, 26 in Hillsdale. Wind chills right now, they are sitting in the teens and 20s across the area. Here is a satellite picture for you. And we are seeing some breaks develop in these clouds. They're kind of thin that are out there right now. We should end up being partly cloudy for a good portion of the day. Still, winds are out of the northwest right now. They're not those 35, 40 mile per hour winds of yesterday. And they're going to shift around to the west and eventually the southwest today. And that southwest wind actually starting another warm up for us. So what snow we do have out there, for many of us, it will not be around this time tomorrow morning. Here is the hour-by-hour forecast showing, overall it's a partly cloudy day for us. Warm front itself actually swings through tonight, and tomorrow we push temperatures back up near the 40-degree mark. Next 12 hours, some clouds around at 10 a.m., 28 degrees. We should be around 31 at lunchtime, in the low to mid-30s, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we are right around 29 at 8 p.m. Next 7 days, tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high near 40. We do have a lot of clouds around, but I think we're dry on Thursday, a high of 41. Friday, there is the chance of a few rain showers, a high of 42 degrees. If you're going to be doing some traveling for the Christmas holiday over the weekend, cloudy skies are part of the state, mid to upper 40s. So, I mean, there's no problems out on the roadways. And Christmas Day itself right now, I would say it's going to feature maybe a few raindrops and a high near 50 degrees. Christmas Eve or Sunday, whichever way you want to look at it, we've got the Santa Tracker 10,000 HD all tuned up, and we are going to be scanning the skies across the world and following Santa's arrival here in mid-Michigan. So we'll be doing that every hour over on the TV on WILX TV. And in our local news, Justin will have it, but even during other programming, you will find us popping up and tracking Santa. So find your favorite kid or grandkid or yourself and follow and find out where he is at that particular time. We've been doing this here for many, 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 many years. We used to do it with the live radar.
You almost have an air tag on Santa.
Well, it's something like that, but it's even more high tech. And it involves elves. So there you go. Next 10 days, above average temperatures. Normal high, by the way, is now 35 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So how much snow did you have at your big new mansion? Well, I heard it was. What's a house? It's a mansion.
Just a dusting.
So you just had a dusting.
Yeah.
And it was really like south side of Lansing into Holt. It was just a dusting. You get to the north side of Lansing and then out into Clinton County. Some locations an inch, 2 inches of snow.
Even out east, like where my mom was,
Yeah.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, they had she's in the Lapeer area. They had the lake effect there too. It kind of made its way from Lake Superior over the northern part of the state. Saginaw Bay kind of contributes. That area sometimes gets hit a lot worse than, let's say, even Lansing or places like Flint. So
They can. And we had two pretty big accidents, one on the west side of the state, one on the east side of the state. We had pictures from the one on the west side of the state.
Well, and that was the lake effect snow. And if you've ever driven through that stretch of I-94, really just west of Kalamazoo, and that lake effect snow is going, I mean, yeah, you're coming around the lake and everything is fine and dandy, and you just get to that spot. You know, they had about 6 inches of snow, and it just comes up on you real quick. And then I think you're pulling up the pictures here over in Metro Detroit.
Yeah, this one was in
Redford Township, one of those situations where, you know, they didn't have a lot of snow, but melted. And you know, we talk about this all the time. That cold air, you drop below freezing, the cold air gets on all sides of a bridge, and that can freeze up. And just a stretch of road at Telegraph, and was it 94 or 96?
So it's Telegraph between Schoolcraft and Plymouth.
Okay. So it was Telegraph Road, and it's a bridge, and probably could have used a little bit of salt on it, but caused a lot of problems there too.
A whole lot of problems. So make sure you're acting vigilant.
And you don't think about it. And yesterday was one of those days, you know, by and large, if you were out driving around, it was like 34, 35 degrees, and the pavement was fine. But then, you know, it just drops a degree or two, and bam, those bridges can go real quick.
That's right. So as you're planning your day, of course, make time, a little extra time on the roads, because you never know if they could be icier or a little bit worse. You should also download the First Alert Weather app.
That's right. You can get our latest forecast. You can also get on the First Alert Weather. I'm looking at that going, snow showers at 8 a.m. That's from a while ago. That's just like a stock image there. You can get our latest forecast if you're going to be traveling for the holiday. Like I'm going to be in a place, well, it's not going to be very sunny, but people think of it as warm and sunny this time of the year. I'm going to be there next week.
A sunny shine state.
Well, they call themselves that, but I was looking at the forecast on the First Alert Weather app, and it might be the raindrop state while I'm there next week, but, you know, it's going to be in the 60s. You can check out the forecast for where you're going, even just traveling across the state, and find out what it's going to be in Traverse City on the News 10 First Alert Weather app. It's free. Look for it on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
I wish I could bring it up, but my favorite part, and I've said this so many times, but yesterday was a good example of it, the road conditions map.
It basically tells you, is the road wet? Yeah. Is the road potentially icy? Is the road dry? Yeah, it's real handy.
It is. Well, here is what's coming up on News 10 today at 11. First, it is that time of year, so we're going to be talking about avoiding COVID, RSV, and the flu this holiday season. If we're traveling, maybe in a plane.
Are you saying the air's not healthy in a plane?
No.
Do you think being in a tube then with recirculated air 1,000 feet in the air is not healthy?
No.
Okay.
So we're going to have some tips on how to avoid that. And then speaking of travel, we are going to be speaking with the TSA on some holiday travel tips, especially if you are flying. And then later today, the funeral services for Justice Sandra Day O'Connor will begin. So we're going to have all of that coming up. And then 2 o'clock we'll be back here with a check-in of Studio 10.
Yep.
Who was also very busy with the bell ringing yesterday. So love that. And then what's coming up on our 90 minutes of news, starting with first at 4. Over 90 minutes now.
Yes. Yeah. This goes on and on and on. And Justin will have another look at the weather then, too.
He sure will. So that's what we've got. Make sure you stick with WLX.com for all of the latest, and have a great Tuesday.
So long.